All right, what is happening, guys? It's Jew coming to you with another comic book review. This time I'll be doing two books. So before I get started on that, comic book reviews, I do those. Trailer reactions, film reactions, podcasting, commentating, anything recommended, leave that down below. If you're new, subscribe, follow, leave comment below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this. This week, I've have about four. We'll turn that off. I have four books. It was kind of a dry week this week with this because I was done with some series, and then it's time to move on to new series. And I didn't want to pick a guest this time, and I did do so. I did do some guessing, and turned out the two that I did guess are decent. They're pretty good. So this one right here is called Wanted. This came out maybe about a month ago. But I'm just now reading it this month. Now, the interesting part about Wanted is from Image Comics, written by Mark Millar. And Mark Millar is the same guy who does Nemesis, Nightclub, and the new book I started reading called The Game, which is a collaboration of all the villains and superheroes from all of his comics. The Ambassadors, Nightclub, Kick-Ass, and so on and so on. There's a whole bunch of them. But this one right here is just one of them. And also from this, Wanted. There's characters from this that's in the big game. So it's good that I start learning some of the characters before I continue on with the game, with the big game, because this upcoming month is going to be issue 2. Anyways, Wanted. This is a interesting book. It's actually good. You know, Mark Millar, he's been doing pretty good with me. He's all right with me with this book so far. He's very dramatic. He's very graphic, and he tells good stories. So with this is about a supervillain who was assassinated, and apparently he has a son. And at the beginning of this book, his son is narrating stories, and you don't catch on to this until a little bit later in the book. I mean, you already know who he is, but you know who he is until later. So, anyways, the supervillain, the guy that was very known to be a very skilled supervillain, was assassinated, brutally killed, set up. So, anyways, supervillain group, they decided to take his son after he was killed, and the son didn't have no relation with his father whatsoever. And they pretty much just let him know the details. Like, look, your dad's a millionaire, criminal enterprise. He had powers. He was a tough guy. He was this and that. The dude's like, look, he abandoned me when I was 3 months or 3 years old or whatever. One or the other. So I don't have any relationship. So why are y'all taking me? Anyways, they're taking him because they're saying it was part of the will of his father. And it runs in the bloodline that he's a very skilled guy. So they proved to him that he's skilled. They made him take a gun and shoot 3 flies out the air, and he did it. He didn't even know he could do that, stuff like that. So, but anyways, without telling too much, there's a character in this, female character. She's a villain. She's one of the main ones that took him in. She's actually in the big game, the book I was just talking about. She's actually in there. So when they did a little crossover, she's in there. So that was kind of like cool to see that read this. I'm like, oh yeah, I did see her in there. That's right. I saw her in there. So I'm about to get to learn more of these characters as I go and dig deeper. But basically, they're trying to pull him in to join them, to be this guy so he can fulfill the will for 6 months, and then he get the money. So apparently, I guess that's who this is on the cover. In the suit, he's supposed to be one of the sharpshooters or something. I'm not even sure. Maybe he's in the big game. I don't remember. I'd have to take a look and see if this character is actually in there. So, I don't have their names by heart yet. We'll get that. We'll get to that by the next issue. I'll probably start taking notes or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's actually good. Like I say, Mark Millar he's yet to disappoint far as on my end. That means I might start reading the Ambassadors too as well. So Image Comics, Mark Millar, he's writer of a lot of good books, and this is actually the cover I have in special 20th anniversary edition. I'm not sure what that means. What do you mean by 20th anniversary of Image or of because it Wanted? No, I don't think so. But anyways, yeah, Wanted, very good book. Image Comics, yeah, check it out. Let me know what y'all think if y'all read it as well. I think it's actually pretty good. I think all his books are good. So yeah,